Hi guys.
Hello.
Welcome back to Masters and Wishes. I'm Jen.
I'm Stefan.
And we are here today at Epcot.
We are.
I don't know what I'm pointing at.
At the, is that a duck? No, it's a light. I'm pointing right at the light. That's the Epcot light right
there. Today we're here to try as many of the different food booths that are available at this year's Food and Wine Festival.
Yes, that's right. We're very excited.
Yeah, we have our semi out.
Yeah, we just picked up our passports. We just hopped off the Skyliner. We love the Skyliner.
We also have a Highland Squeak map.
We do.
We can show you a little bit of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But lots of exciting things happening here for food and wine. So we hope that you'll follow us along, and we can't wait to show you what's going on.
Yeah, so join us. Oh.
The dog in.
All right. So join us inside.
Come on. All right, so it's been a while since we've checked out this situation. So here are the Harmonious barges, right? The giant taco shells and the ring in the center. I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing it's close to completion because they're supposed to be premiering it really soon. I just noticed that there are these like flexible arms on the ring platform. I don't know if that was there the last time we were here, but that's a thing. So yeah, just a little update on what's going on with Harmonious and all things Epcot. All right, so this is Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak for 2021. You can redeem this at any of these locations and you get a little like ice cream bowl. These are all the places you have to look for Remy, so it's all over, not just even inside World Showcase, but sort of like out and about. And then these are the stickers. So you look to see what Remy is holding and you put the sticker on matching location. Also, you don't have to complete this to get the bowl. The bowl is yours regardless of whether you finish it or not. So you can get it either before, after, or in between, anytime. Anyway, it's just for fun. We're excited to do it. Stefan loves these. So let's give it a go. This one? This one.
Oh, herbs.
Oh, is it herbs? That says
herbs.
tea on it though.
The one next to it says herbs.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well.
We got this.
I got this. Already messed up
Good
the stickers.
job.
It's fine.
This was the refreshment port. There it is. Yeah.
All right.
Good job.
Great. Found our second Remy in Australia, right up on the corner here. Ah, well done.
So close.
Yeah, so close to being
Basically
finished.
All right, our first group of the festival. All right, so this is the Impossible Burger Slider with wasabi cream and spicy slaw on a sesame seed bun. One of my all-time favorites. I can't wait to dig into this. All right. Oh God. It was like a little slippery there for a second. All right, here we go. And that's one of my favorite things from the festival. It's been my favorite for like the last 3 food and wines. The Impossible meat is just like juicy and it tastes like actual meat, but it's not, which is amazing. The wasabi cream is spicy, but I don't think it's an overwhelming spice. I think it's actually like, because it's mixed with like a, I don't know, like it's an aioli, so it's actually like not as hot as it could be, but it has like that distinct like Asian flavor. The slaw was nice and crunchy. I love the addition of arugula on top. That's like my favorite leaf if I had to pick one. The only thing I wasn't a huge fan of was the sesame seed bun. I feel like it was a little bit dry or like stale this time. It didn't detract from the overall meal, but it was like thick and kind of not the freshest. So if it could have been a little fresher, this would have been an A+ in my book. Oh, so you keep the stick in. Oh, no, you're taking it out.
Wow, yeah. See, I have a problem where I always end up biting the stick in half and it like goes in the roof of my mouth, like, you know, the basilisk fang in Harry Potter.
Wow, that's a reference.
The sword, yeah. All right. I'll take it from the back here. I thought it was delicious. Jen laughed at me when I said this because right before I took the bite, I inhaled and I like inhaled wasabi air. I don't know, and I almost choked on it because like the air was spicy. It was delicious. Of course, the meat is always so good. It's tender, it's juicy, it's, you know, like a real burger but better somehow. And I did like the arugula, of course. And I definitely agree with you that the bun was like a little bit maybe too thick or a little too dry just because it's so hot, you know. And I almost wanted to kind of just put the bun aside and then just eat the patty by itself, and then eat the slaw as well. But overall, it was a great first bite here at the Food and Wine Festival 2021. All right, so we just discovered in opening up the center where they're usually like stickers and, you know, whatever to put out on the different food booths that you go to, there's a whole map of different food options you have. So from savory to sweet to spicy, fruity, seriously flaky, you know.
Give us an example.
If you want something sweet and fruity, you can follow that along to something either served with cream or seriously flaky. Let's say served with cream. You pop up and down and around. The deconstructed pavlova in Australia, hard to read upside down. But yeah, so you have a whole spread here that you can follow along to see what food options you would want if you just want to eat randomly and if you have a certain palate and taste you
Something
want to fulfill.
You're in the mood for?
Yeah.
Oh, literally it says the mood for something.
Yeah.
Okay, good one, Jen.
So there you go. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Unfold the middle first.
Oh, the Impossible Slider. I'm working my way back. Sorry. Has wasabi.
Yeah.
Oh, between white beans and wasabi, plant-based, spicy,
Yeah.
savory. Cool. Nice.
All right, our next stop here is Shimmering Sips, right in front of the port of entry.
Thank you. This is the Mimosa Flight. This one is the Tropical Mimosa, Passion Fruit, Orange, and Guava juice with sparkling wine. This one was the Key Lime Mimosa, Key Lime sparkling wine, and cranberry juice. Doesn't look very cranberry-y though. And this was the Blood Orange Mimosa with sparkling wine and blood orange juice. So,
Should be good.
excited. All right, so we just tried the three. I think my favorite was the passion fruit one. If you've ever had the pog juice over at the Polynesian or in Aulani or anywhere else, it's basically pog juice with like sparkling wine in it, so that's amazing. The key lime one was okay. I couldn't really get like a good flavor on it. It tasted limey at first, and then it had like an aftertaste of like a grape. I didn't really taste cranberry though. It was more like a grape. I don't know if they added grape juice maybe. The blood orange has a good flavor. It feels thick to me. I don't know, like it's freshly squeezed blood orange juice because there is pulp in it. But I'm not a huge fan of that. I liked the flavor, but the overall texture was not for me.
Okay, so for me, passion fruit was delicious. I'm always big on like, you know, guava, mango, like anything like that, orange, any citrus, whatever. So that was delicious. I said it kind of tasted like Sunny D. So if you like that with a little bit of alcohol, that's good. Then the blood orange, of course, was a fan favorite, me being the fan. I don't really have too much of a problem with pulp. I mean, we had like pulp orange juice growing up, so I guess I just got used to it. But yeah, the flavor was fantastic. I think we had a lot of blood orange stuff when we were in California in our Disneyland trip, so it kind of took me back to that. And then the lime one, this is gonna sound weird, but like when I first drank it, like the flavor's confusing. It tasted like perfume, like smells, like it felt weird. But then after, you know, I drank a couple sips and I waited a second, that aftertaste did kick in of like the grapes but not like really lime or, you know, whatever else is supposed to be in there. So it was interesting. It wasn't terrible, but definitely my favorite was probably the Sunny D and then followed by the blood orange. So yeah, I think it was a good choice all around. Okay, looks like our next stop here at Food and Wine is Hawaii. All right, so we have a few options here in Hawaii. I think we're gonna try the Kalua Pork Slider and also the Passion Fruit Cheesecake.
So what we have, we got the Kalua Pork Slider with sweet and sour Dole pineapple chutney and spicy mayonnaise. The Passion Fruit Cheesecake with toasted macadamia nuts, and this is part of Emile's Fromage Montage, which I can explain in a minute. And then this is the Kona Brewing Company Hanalei Island IPA. So what Emile's Fromage Montage is, it's basically like a treat trail, but for Food and Wine, it's always about cheese. So if you get 5 cheese dishes that are listed here on this side, and you get 5 cheese stamps, you get a special like completer treat.
Cheese stamp, it's very light, but it's there.
It's there. The completer treat, it's at Shimmering Sips, and it's only available if you complete Emile's Fromage Montage. If you don't complete it, no one can get the completer treat. It's not like in years past where you can purchase it, so pretty cool. All right, Kalua Pork Slider, everyone's favorite. I don't know how to eat it. All right, here we go. The Kalua Pork Slider is a fan favorite and has been for years, for good reason. The salty pork with the sweet pineapple chutney on that like King's Hawaiian roll basically is so good. It catches all of the juices and everything, makes it really delicious.
Kalua Pork Slider, delicious. They knocked it out of the park. My favorite thing about that is the pineapple. I'm a big pineapple guy, so that was perfect. It blended very well together. All right, about to try this cheesecake. I guess I'll try and get some nuts in there. Let's see. Do just like a little bit off the end.
Looks good.
Take this here. Oops. Doing well. Doing very well. There you go. The cheesecake, super sweet, basically melts in your mouth. It was, by super sweet, I don't mean like overwhelmingly, but it was like one of the best cheesecakes I've had, especially with that like creme sauce on the top, whatever that was. What was that?
Passion fruit.
Passion fruit. Passion fruit comes back. Delicious. Love it.
The cheesecake was very good. Honestly, I didn't feel like the passion fruit came through all that much, but the cheesecake itself is so good that like I didn't really care. I would have eaten like 10 of those.
The
IPA
was probably the best decision we could have made because, again, it's very hot and we really needed the palate cleanse. And this too was also kind of sweet and very good. It was the Kona IPA, is that what it's called? So it was perfect. It was very refreshing. Rounded out the whole meal nicely.
The IPA was a very light IPA, I felt like, and I agree it was a good palate cleanser, and I think it went well with all the dishes that we had today, and was very refreshing. So, good choice.
Because we are right near the Mexican Pavilion, we are stopping at Mexico to get a margarita.
So we got a whole smorgasbord of things from the Mexico Pavilion. We got the Chilaquiles con chorizo, crispy corn tortillas tossed in salsa verde and Monterey Jack cheese, topped with crema mexicana, queso cotija, pickled onions, and ground chorizo. Then we got the taco ribeye, shaved ribeye, red onions, and poblano pepper on a corn tortilla with ranchera salsa, cotija cheese, and chives. And the, oh boy, Capirotada de Chocolate, abuelita chocolate bread, but it's served with chocolate crema anglaise. And then the El Tigre Margarita, Ojo del Tigre Mezcal with pomegranate, prickly pear, pineapple, and ginger juices served on the rocks with a hibiscus salt rim.
Got the Chilaquiles, which I lovingly refer to as the Mexican lasagna because it looks just like, you know, from that side view there, just like it could be a lasagna. Just dig right in here. Let's see if I can cut it with just a fork. All right. Ooh, this is gonna be a little messy. It's very flaky on the inside. Let's see, very flaky. So let's see if I can manage to get a bite out of this. All right. The Chilaquiles, while it seemed good at first, it just seemed like a little bit too much of the tortillas in there. So we ended up kind of peeling off the top half of it and just kind of chopping it up from there. And so it was pretty good. The chorizo on top was really good. but I personally am not a big fan of corn tortillas. I prefer the other wheat tortillas, so it was pretty good, but not my favorite.
All right, so I was a little disappointed. Mexico is usually one of my favorite food booths at any festival, and everything was okay. The chilaquiles we thought would be like a Mexican lasagna, but when I think of lasagna, I think of like cheese and meat like layered in, you know, in between the pasta layers. So I wish like the chorizo and the cheese and the salsa verde had been like layered in throughout. I think it would have helped a lot. Looks a little smaller than I thought, but it's okay. I'm sure it's delicious. The taco was also good. It was a small portion. I don't know if it was worth the price. It was good, but I felt also like the meat was a little bit chewy. I mean, it was flavorful, but it was a little bit chewy for me, so.
The taco was gone. It was delicious. It was very small. We could have had like a couple of them, but it was delicious. I think it was perfectly portioned with the tortilla and the amount of meat inside. All right, next up we have the bread pudding with the chocolate glaze all over that. Should be delicious. It's very hot too, so you know it's fresh. Fresh bread. Right. The bread pudding. Bread pudding's to die for. I don't know what else to say. I could have eaten this all day and been happy. It was delicious. Perfect.
The bread pudding was definitely the star of this little trio. It was very, I hate to say this word, but it was very moist, very sweet. The chocolate was like kind of bitter almost, like a dark chocolate, so I liked how it balanced that out. And it was warm, served warm, so that was amazing. The drink was okay. I don't know why I get tequila anymore. I just can't drink it. So it's not the drink's fault, it's my fault for thinking I can handle a margarita again. So it has that smoky flavor. I feel like it's very strong, and so I'm not really, all I'm tasting is that smoky flavor and not really any of the other fruity flavors. But if you are someone who likes tequila and likes margaritas, you should try it and see for yourself.
The drink is also delicious. I wiped off my half because I don't like salt on the rim. I'm a sugar on the rim kind of guy. The drink itself, a little bit smoky. A different taste of tequila. It's mezcal, so I don't often have mezcal, but it was pretty good, and a little bit fruity as well. I think just as refreshing as it needed to be, so it was good. All right, so the day is kind of winding down. It was one of the hottest days we've had here in Florida, but the weather is cooling down. Thankfully, the sun's kind of going down, so it's not as hot. We have a nice spot here, sort of secluded back behind, between Mexico and this food booth right here. So really a great spot. You got a great view of the water, of the spaceship Earth, and the pavilion over here. So it's a really nice spot, especially at the end of the day.
All right, our next food is the Swanky Saucy Swine, and we're trying the Roasted Porchetta.
From the Swanky Saucy Swine, we got the Roasted Porchetta with pork fat, roasted rosemary potatoes, and lemon parsley salsa verde. And I gotta tell you, that rosemary is strong. That's like really fresh. That's what I'm smelling right now. Can't wait to try it. I'm a little nervous. I don't normally eat meat like this, but I've heard good things.
All right.
So I hope this is like life-changing for me.
Dig in.
I felt like the meat was too thickly cut. I would have liked like a thinner slice. It was just a lot of meat. It was a big portion, so it was definitely worth the price at $6.25. But it wasn't my favorite thing that I had today. I did like that fresh, like green, like lemon parsley drizzle. I thought that was really good, and the potatoes, of course, were delicious. I love rosemary with potatoes, so I think that was really well done. And I thought it was all paired together nicely. I would just want like a thinner slice of meat.
Okay, I'm gonna take my first bite here too. Very green. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's like fully dyed. Here you go. All right. The meat itself was very thickly cut, so I think it was a little bit too much meat and a little bit too dry maybe. It was tasty, but you know, it was also a little bit tough because I was trying to pull it off the fork and the fork came out of my hand before I could pull the meat off of the fork. But the potatoes were very good, of course. Always good. What are they, russet potatoes? Like little baby russet potatoes. They were very good. And the lemon parsley sauce or whatever the greenery was also very good. So we liked putting that on the potatoes. It's delicious. All right, our final indulgence of the day is these Guinness Bailey Shakes. Yeah.
They have little chocolates.
Chocolate in it.
Sorry.
Chocolate. So cheers. Oh, nice.
Yeah, wow.
ideals that will always be in the state of becoming. It will never cease to be a living blueprint of the future.
Alright, so we are actually back at the resort. We wrapped up
Food and Wine Festival.
Epcot Forever.
Oh yes, we saw Epcot Forever.
And then we had to get on the Skyliner.
It was a mad dash.
And they were putting on like we had 3 different parties in our Skyliner, so
yeah,
it was like a little difficult to film that.
Right,
but,
including us. There was like 8 of us in there.
Yeah. So we're back at the resort, but that's gonna wrap it up for our day at Epcot. What was your favorite thing that you ate or drank today?
Favorite thing that I ate was the bread pudding. Yeah,
Ooh, the
100%.
bread pudding, that was good. I think I really liked the Mimosa Flight and the Passion Fruit Cheesecake.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
The desserts were top notch this time.
All the fruity stuff and the desserts and everything.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So thank you so much for joining us today. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you can, follow more of our adventures.
Yeah, that's right. And we do check our videos for comments frequently. So if you leave a comment, we'll check it out and we'll see about either responding to or doing something in a later video. That's what you said. So
I'm too sweaty and very tired, folks. Thanks for watching and keep on wishing. Is at Shimmering Sips. It doesn't say what it is.
Shimmering Sips.
Our seats in the wind.
It's right there. It's fine.
But you can only get this.
Say it's at Shimmering Sips.
It's at It's at Shimmering Sips.
No.
Shimmering Sips.
Oh yes. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.